this is dirty. You can't eat this. It fell on the ground. This is dirty. I can't do it.
I figured like this.
If something fell on the ground, can you eat it? Okay, there you go. There you go. I'll get that dirt off it. Here you go. It already fell on the ground once, now twice.
What are the layers, what are the facets of Menachem Feuer?
Well, on the one hand, I'm a father, and I'm a husband. I teach in university and I teach in a Jewish high school right now. And then there's my band. And on top of that, I'm also writing a book about the Shlemiel. And the Shlemiel is a dreamer, and his dreams don't match up with reality. And I love that. I mean, I stand on the side of the Shlemiel.
What a nice sukkah. This is a Lubavitch-sponsored event, and ever since I was a little kid, I love sukkahs. Even though I grew up a conservative Jew, we had a sukkah in our synagogue, and every year we'd come and decorate it around the fall. And after Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, for me, it was like a relief. The high holy days in upstate New York were a big fashion show. I felt most close to my religion when I was a little kid through sukkahs.
Well, here's the question. You call yourself a Lubavitcher, right? Mm-hmm. That means different things to different people. What does it mean to you?
I'm a Lubavitcher. I'm a part of this community, but I have a lot different personality than a lot of these people because it does seem quite homogenous if you look at the clothing and whatnot. I think by virtue of how they act, or how they look in a certain way, that's what the Rebbe wants. We think that's ridiculous. So why don't you come over to our house sometime? You have something against us?
Yeah.
Fry you.
I'm looking like there's nothing to grab onto, buddy.
It's the only way you'd come? If I had more of a beard?
Yeah.
A person could be acting and doing something their entire life in a very rigorous way, but not, touch 1 ounce of their personality. So I think it keeps me with Lubavitch is like the Rebbe, I believe, truly believe, didn't want that. He wants us to be alive. And that's how I see myself in this community, is I'm here to expose that message, to make it loud and clear through our music to men with babies.
And we're crying on the man with babies. Let it loose tonight. Don't be afraid.
We got together 3 years ago, and Men with Babies has always been it's a dream. It's our lives saying we can be Jews anywhere, anyhow, anyway, in the most flamboyant ways.
Kiss my feet in the spirit of the Rebbe.
This started when I introduced him to Shaul Ellenbogen, who was actually my friend many, many years ago before I became religious, and they really binded together in their tshuva, like in their religious growth, to form this band as a way to sort of help them both get in touch with maybe a part of themselves that they repressed when they became Orthodox.
And he was born as an African, and he turned into 3 people, and he mutated. And God said, I love mutations. Mutations.
Do you think it's also helped their Yiddishkeit or taken away?
I think that they definitely are a little bit less strict with their orthodoxy, but I mean, as long as he stays connected to his family and the Jewish values that are really important to me, which, I think that if he gets really, really involved in this scene, it could potentially come into conflict. It doesn't have to, but he has to be careful. That's all.
Sure. Someday I'm gonna make a statement about rock and roll. Okay, we're gonna make a song. It's gonna come. Baruch atah Hashem Elokeinu Melech Berei Pri Hagafen. Baruch atah Shalom Zalman.
Menachem is very expressive. He likes to get his energy out. He's a highly creative person who needs to express himself. And he enjoys the attention. Gladstone. Oh, here, my husband might know. Menachem, where is the Gladstone Hotel exactly? Do a Google search and put Gladstone Hotel in Toronto. Because it could sell out very, very quickly. Like, there's going to be a lot of people there.
That would be the lie of the century.
Such a dummy, give me a love. Such a dummy, living and loving.
This show is definitely going to be a benchmark. I mean, from there we'll know whether or not it's accessible to other kinds of people.
We may win some new fans tonight, too.
We might scare a lot of people away, too. I think
That's
we might
true.
scare a
That's
lot
the
of
other
people.
side of it.
Yeah.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, this venerable old watering hole is going to play host to some of the most original and unique sounds you have ever heard. And tonight's first group describes themselves as punky folk honky tonk with a little Yiddish and a shuma on the side. So please, don't forget to tap your feet, clap your hands, rattle your change purses for men with babies.
Back to me, back to me, oh, back to me. Oh, yeah.
People who do see them, more than the music, I think they like Menachem. They think it's really neat that Menachem performs like this. I think people love seeing like somebody who looks like him do the things he does on the stage. It seems to be like a contradiction that somebody who would look like him would dance like him or would move like him on the stage.
One here?
The reason why we do the upshot is because we want the little boy to be trained when he turns 3 years old to know about his payas. The Jewish custom has always been to leave the sideburns. So what we do is we let the little boy grow his hair for 3 years, and then we outline the payot. We cut the rest of the hair, and we leave a little bit on the side of the sideburns to remind him of his Jewish identity. You want to say something before the upshot?
When it comes to love, connections should always be renewed. Connections can inspire us, and broken connections can hurt us. Whether it is a phone call, a relationship with a loved one, or a relationship with Hashem, with God, connections are our life force. They take us out of our solitude, give us meaning, direction, and purpose. Before I became religious, I was afloat in a sea of too many connections. They were fleeting and transitory. I felt like I needed stronger connection. One that would, as Jerry Garcia of the Grateful Dead said years ago, be built to last.
I left university. I was feeling totally separated. I was feeling totally alone, and the Rebbe gave me connection. And I want these kids I want them to feel connection. I want them to feel alive. I want them to look back at their lives, remember that their father and their mother were there with them, taking steps with them. You know, so they learn what it meant to be Jewish.
It's not just Shalom's upstairs, it's also Dobie's birthday.
I want to be, to my kids, I'm being a different father. You know, the father, my dad wasn't to me, I need to be to my kids. So my father taught me to be a loner, and he really didn't want to be married to my mom. He really didn't want to have kids, but he had them. I still need to forgive him for that. I need to come to terms with that with him. I need to understand him for who he is. He's just a human being, you know. There you go. So the kids are all packed up? Can I hear it?
Kids are all packed up.
Yeah? We gotta get going.
Alright, guys.
I gotta get this in the car. We're going to visit my family in upstate New York. That's where we're going. It's important for me to go back to Gloversville because a lot of who I am, my identity is there. Here in Toronto, it's about connection, it's about my children, it's about starting off a new future, but I have to deal with my own past. Hey.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hi. Hi. I got this from Dick Cheney. I got a card from, this is from Dick Cheney and Cheney. I got one from the president too. It's in my car. How many contributions they put me in.
You going to Washington, D.C.? I heard you have a ticket.
I do have a ticket, but I didn't use it.
Okay, so you're not going, right?
No, I'm not going to Washington.
If you go, you have to go with me. Okay? Just want to let you know. Seriously, I don't want you going alone. My dad wants to go to Washington, D.C. and reveal a new weapon.
Weapon system.
Weapon system.
An energy system.
To save the United States from its foes.
That's right.
He had like a golden age. He was a valedictorian at Columbia and at Brooklyn Science, and he had the NASA fellowship, working in research, military research operations. And then his mental illness and just his bad luck in business really brought him down. Made him feel powerless, and I think he's definitely trying to reclaim that.
It's an energy system. Everybody, every nation is looking for that today. And I have the clue. It's right here. Tesla, gravity, quantum mechanics.
I remember my dad's first manic episodes. He was acting very strange. He was buying up a lot of property in downtown, and he was very paranoid. And it turned into mania. He was walking around naked out in Amsterdam one night, and then that was the first time they brought him in. And I remember when I went to the hospital, and I was like, this is the first time I'd ever seen my dad, in a mental institution. And to realize that, he's clinically mentally ill, because before I just saw my dad as being paranoid, and I didn't know if it was real or not. I was just a little boy.
Isn't this interesting? Interesting man, Marshall, huh?
Yes, you're the most interesting man in the world, Dad. You're a very interesting man. Love you, Dad.
I love you too. You gotta get going.
You gonna push me away?
You better
give me a hug. Dad.
Don't be a Shlemiel or a Shlemiel.
I won't, Dad. See you tomorrow. When I was in Washington, D.C., my dad calls up this doctor, and he said he's on the line, he wants to speak to you, he wants to tell you that you are not my son, that you were switched with Erwin, my brother's son. You're not my real son. And I was crying when I saw my mother. I was crying hysterically. And I was like, Mom, please tell me that I'm your son. My spirituality for me was a way of avoiding getting sucked into this, this whole space. And it's like it helped me to heal in a lot of ways, a lot of my wounds that I had. But you don't divorce yourself from your past. You bring it all with you. When I'm singing, when I'm writing lyrics, all the energy comes from the strength that I have to use to pull all of that. All of my past. Everybody, we are men with babies. We are the Jews. And you're going to see these 6 Jews, these 100 Jews, these 1,000 Jews on this stage tonight do something that's never been done in the history of Toronto. They're going to celebrate the Lord. Woo! L'chaim. Thank you, Daddy.
He got a bucket from the tree.
I love performance. And one of the attractions I had to Lubavitch was that there was a relationship between like a lead singer of like a band like the Rebbe or Jerry Garcia and the audience, you know, the Chassidim. There was like a loving relationship. There's love between the two. And it's like, it's an intimation of like a messianic age, like between the Messiah and the people.
Black elevating to the United States President.
We're willing to give it all. We love our music. We love what we're doing. We believe in our mission. And I mean, we should get more popularity, build up a scene, and like create a culture. You know, culture. And like Fish is done, and Ween is done. We'd love to have a crowd like Ween. That would just, our fantasies would come true if we had like 2,000, 3,000 fans going crazy for us.
And you're the singer, a lead singer in the band?
Yeah.
You bring me a CD?
Yeah, I'll bring you a CD.
What is the sign on the Brandenburg Gate?
And what is that, Dad? It's a chariot.
Victory chariot.
It's a victory chariot?
Yeah. It's a victory arch.
So you identify with that, the Imperiums?
Victory only.
Do you feel you have leadership qualities? You can be a leader?
Yes, I can be a leader.
You want to be a leader?
Yeah.
Is that your ultimate dream, to be a leader? I remember I must have been 17 years old, and my dad says, I am that I am that I am. I am the Lord. I am God. I am the fireman. I am the fireman. You are the fire. The time has come. He said that my brother is one angel at the gate and I'm the other angel. You know, and there were, not only that, we're messiahs. And we're all messiahs. We're part of the messianic plan. You know, like you're very special, boy. You're very special. You are the Messiah. I mean, I was like, Dad, you're crazy. But you know, Lubavitch has the same kind of thing, you know. We have this proclaiming of Messiah. We all want to do it, you know, but the Rebbe's doing it. But you know, the Rebbe gave power back to us to do that. We should proclaim ourselves Messiahs in a way, you know, redeemers, you know, like stand up, you know. I mean, I felt like I was like, my dad gave me a gift by saying that kind of thing.
What we're doing is we're looking at bands. We're looking at them live.
How many bands did you look at?
7 tonight.
7 tonight?
Yeah.
How many nights do you do this?
I'm doing about 7 of these nights.
Well, 7?
I'm doing 7 of these nights.
You're doing 7?
This is number 5, I believe. And I didn't use the word audition, but it essentially is.
This is a really big thing, actually, to be asked to come and try out like this, and this discovery thing for North by Northeast. I mean, not many bands get to do this. It's just a big thing. It's a new level. It'll do great things for a band, I'm sure. I'm kind of nervous.
Did you hear these guys before?
No. They were men with babies, but I like the name.
Yeah, thank you.
These guys will cut it. I'm betting on them. I'm betting on them, eh?
Oh.
Call the bookie.
Oh. Oh. Can't believe that just happened. Ashkacha pratis, man. Everything's meant to be. I forget sometimes. You know what I mean? Then you see it. Once in a while, it's totally revealed. God's like that. Keeps away for a long time, and then he shows you, and it's like, okay, I'm on. Because I feel so much doubt, you know, sometimes. Thanks. Wow.
And don't edit me bad on that, okay?
Thanks.
Don't make me look like, you know, I'm fucking pro-Israel, for Christ's sake.
Just couldn't seem to break. I prayed and I prayed, oh yeah, gonna be too late to get it over.
You know what? Your movements are exactly the same as that, guys. Exactly the same. Lose the glasses and wear tight pants.
Oh, really? And chaps? I'll do chaps.
That'll get you into certain festivals.
I ain't gonna change nothing for nobody.
Like, you guys,
Nothing.
You guys, I'm
Not gonna change nothing.
We're there. That's what he told me. He said,
We're there, we're done.
He's gonna recommend us?
Finito.
No, we're in.
Karen's
It's good, he
good.
told me that.
Highlands, you can. Yeah. Bob, he is the man with the plan to make you feel like an Iran. He's gonna get your...
Things are changing in my life, like radically. Things are shifting, like one direction to the other.
So when did this all happen?
It just started recently. It feels abrupt. But I was like gradually getting to this moment where I can unshedding. I felt like I've been shedding. All right, you want the truth?
Yeah.
I don't like Chabad. I don't like the whole thing. Like the whole thing with the Rebbe, the impulse, the life, the Mashiach, the whole messianic thing was exciting. And it was, I think it happened at the right time for me. You know, now it's gone through its cycles, and I really actually feel like I could do without it.
So who's this new Menachem?
The new Menachem is me, Menachem. Me, Matt, from Gloversville, New York, as you know. I am Matt from Gloversville. I am here in Toronto. I am me, I am who I am. It's more me. I'm getting more me than I ever was. This summer was a major passionate time for me. I felt like beauty and love come back into me like never before. And I was like, you know what does this religious aspect have to do with this? You know, you should be one with who you are. Your inner and outer self should be one. I always have been that way on stage, but no more so. I feel like I'm merged.
The way I move my hips, just like a fish.
So you feel like you're at a point now where you don't need that framework?
It's hard, man. And I'm like thinking like, what framework do I need? What do I need with religion? But my wife said she'd divorce me if I don't keep Shabbos. I always have like pain inside of me because that's existential. That's daddy, or that's history, whatever. But I'm feeling good with who I am. I'm feeling beautiful.
How many candles are we letting?
Okay, good. So let's get that going. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvah. Where am I right now with my own Judaism now? I feel like I can breathe more. I feel I have more space. I can explore Judaism in ways that I didn't before. But I don't feel it would be right for me to totally withdraw from the community. It doesn't make sense. You know, I want to raise my kids with the Jewish tradition.
I've had to really work with him and be very strong with him and keep him connected to the path that we started on as a couple, because he's the kind of person who could very easily, he likes to experiment. He's full of life and he's taught me so much that I should reach for inspiration and creativity. But he's full of surprises. That Menachem, he could change at any point. He doesn't like when life becomes too, easy and complacent.
Okay, I got a job, I'm climbing up the ladder, I have my kids, I have my car, I have my insurance. I'm not satisfied with that. It feels wonderful to feel that you're on the tip of something revolutionary. It's awesome. There's no greater feeling. We need more life. We need to have like a tribal drum. We need to feel that pulse. And if it's not beating, then we got to beat the drum. Without that, what are we doing?
It's all the same to me. Well, I just don't know. Or is he alive? I just don't know. You know, I think it's all the same to me.